Here we go. I believe that we are live. Let me just lower this down a little bit. How we doing, everybody? Can you guys hear me all right? Oh my god, there's so many nice comments. Hello. That's a lot of people. What's going on? Yeah. So this is a video about Identity 5. I figured I'd be the first one to let you guys know what's happening, what's going on. I'll probably release a follow-up video on this as well. So we'll have a follow-up video. Hopefully, we'll see how that works. I did a video, but I did it in the wrong format, and I don't feel like doing it again. So I actually tried to avoid doing this video, and I tried to well, yeah, I tried to avoid doing this video actually because I didn't want to do the video. But then I get too many questions over and over and over again about, identity, which totally makes perfect sense, by the way, in regards to it. So I don't know who that is. So yeah. Give me a second. We got more people rolling in real quick. And we will talk about this. Give me a second. Okay, anyways. Sorry about that. I got distracted there. So here's the thing, all right? Oof, man, Identity 5, dude. So many great memories. So many great memories with Identity 5. Man, we started on the Identity 5 Discord. We started on the Identity 5 Discord. And what happened was that there was so much misinformation back in the day. So much misinformation back in the day about, like at one point people were trying to tell people that Gardner was the number one survivor. And, this was like a real thing back in July of, I think, 2018. And so a lot of people said, persuadable. Hey, what's going on, Purple Flashlight? Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you very much for that. That's super kind of you. I really appreciate that. So, Purple Flashlight, I love you. So, with this Identity 5 stuff, right? So we come out with this content. People are saying, all right, persuadable. I was on the Reddit all the time, and I was just trying to help people. I'm like, hey, I'm in the top ranks here, and that's not true. So we, there are things also over the time that you end up becoming wrong about, but you're like, hey, I'm gonna help a whole bunch of people, and so they're like, all right, make a YouTube. So I made a YouTube, and I already had a YouTube, but I never used it. And I had no idea what I was doing. I had not a fucking clue what I was doing on YouTube. And I was like, I don't know, man. I just want people to get good because there weren't enough tier 6s at the time. And, you guys remember Yo Mama and I, we played together. He was my teammate. Same with Legacy. And you guys, oh man, it was such a great time. And it was probably a very, very good point. A good moment in my life. And then, we were waiting an hour for queue time, man. It was crazy. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to just help people. You know what I mean? I'm just going to help people. And then we created a Discord. I told my staff, don't make a Discord. I don't want a Discord. And then Blizzard, Nova, and Comrade Dan's like, hey, we made a Discord. And I was like, all right, we're going to, you guys run it. I'm too lazy. I got too much going on. I was studying for my boards and all that stuff. And then, then the first U.S. tournament happened, and it was the devs who were looking for the top players to stream. And your objective was to beat every other player, no matter who the survivor was. Everybody was your enemy, and you had to do better than every other survivor. And so for those who were watching me on my streaming days, I would always just run, find the hunter. Hunter would come after me. I would kite them for 3 to 5 gens. We'd win almost most of our matches, not all of them. We got our asses kicked like any other player, but that's how I won the tournament. Instead of being on the gens, like I just played super aggressive. I'm like, give me this hunter, and we ended up winning that tournament, which kind of put me in the dev spotlight a little bit. And then they had the first U.S. tournament, the first team tournament, and they asked me, we really want you to be part of it. And I said, listen, I can't be part of it. I'm studying for my boards now. This is around October, and I was like, but I can MC it. And they were like, yeah, we would really like you to MC it. That would be really good. And I was like, all right. So I was like, well, what about that guy Gaming Grizzly? And they're like, well, no, we're going to stick with you for now. So I was like, all right, so that's cool. So I MC'd, and that was, I have that Team Alpha versus Lamborghini. And then that's how I met Blue Race Car, actually. It was the first time I ever met Blue Race Car. I had no idea who the fuck that guy was. And I met Blue Race Car, and he became a really close friend of mine very, very quickly. Like, to this day, Blue Race Car is probably one of the nicest people that I've met. And I don't talk to him too much just because he's doing his thing and I'm doing mine. But Blue Race Car was one of the people that I met after that tournament. And man, we played like every day together, getting in the shenanigans, doing all the stupid shit, and just completely destroying every player in the game. Oh man, that was such great memories. And then discussions about the regional tournament was happening about me being an MC, and I had to deny that. I'm like, I got my boards, I'm traveling, and there was a bunch of nasty rumors on because that's what Reddit is, because it's one of the most fucking toxic dump fires out there, of people being like, oh, Persuadable, he tried to get a team and his team wasn't good enough. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The devs wanted me to be an MC, and I declined it. And so there's a whole bunch of rumors going on and all that stuff. And so I declined being an MC, and I couldn't participate in it. I was focusing on my regionals. And then that's when, the clan started. Other than Anori back in the day, the clan started. And, people started to splinter away from my Discord, which I kind of liked, because I didn't like I didn't like the whole community in my Discord. I know it sounds kind of weird, but like, there's so much tension between players and shit, and then I would get caught in the middle of it. And so anyways, after that, Identity 5, I made my big mistake. This was my biggest mistake as a streamer. I have no problem admitting this. On my Discord, like in my mind, I'm like, at this point, I'm only a YouTuber for 6 months. Come on, man, 6 months into YouTube, you're supposed to be unknown. But we had so much progress. I posted something on my Discord. I'm like, yo, Southeast Asia, their regionals, I didn't find their players to be that impressive, something like that. I was like, I think our server is gonna kick their ass. And I was like, and we gotta go to China. We gotta kick the Chinese ass. That's what I said. Man, that got me in a lot of trouble. Oh, oof, that was a big learning lesson. I was like, oh shit. There was a lot of people who got mad at me on that, and they're like, there's still people who tried to say that I shit on like the entire Southeast Asia server, and I'm like, first of all, I did not say that. I said in the regionals, I thought that the U.S. was gonna. I just looked at the Southeast Asia finalists, and I was like, I think that they made a lot of mistakes. The same thing with US. I mean, look at the US in the last summer tournament. I said, oh my god, what is this? We only got like 4 real teams. So I've always been objective, and then people just run with it and they get pissed at me, which is totally okay. That's fine, you're allowed to. So there's been some learning curves with this, and then so I got invited to Koa 2. And they said, okay, you couldn't make it to the regionals. We want you to MC in Koa 2. And I said, okay, I am not doing that unless I get Gaming Grizzly with me. They originally did not want Gaming Grizzly as an MC. I don't know why, but they didn't want Gaming Grizzly as an MC in the beginning. And you know what? By the way, that's a different story. So, but they didn't want Gaming Grizzly as an MC because I don't know why, but they just were like, oh, we got you and like another guy. So it wasn't like they didn't like gaming, but it's not that they didn't like Grizzly, it's just that they already had someone else or something. And I told them, I go, listen, I am not going to MC unless you bring Grizzly. Because I like the opportunity, but like Gaming Grizzly has helped me out as a friend, as a YouTuber. He's always been a brother to me. we've always been able to pick at each other about how I don't give a fuck about YouTube, and how he's like, hey man, click the subscribe button. Like, Grizzly and I are the opposite in every way. He tells you to subscribe, like, and that's the thing to do. Like, that's what's fucking awesome about him. And all I do is, hey, by the way, I do go on live feed on Twitch. So me and Grizzly are opposites, and he's a brother. And so I'm like, I am not doing this MCing without Grizzly. Grizzly is a brother to me. I want to meet this motherfucker. He's such a great guy, right? And in around this time, I'm also starting to talk to Dari. And so I got a lot of stuff going on as well. You know, you got all these clans that formed, and there's a lot of drama with them. And that I got way too involved with. That was a learning curve as well. And yeah, so, you know, now Dari and I are taking things seriously. Do you guys want to hear something funny? There are two Daris. There is a Dari that is 15 years old, and then there's my Dari. And so then people went on Reddit and tried to tell people that I'm going after a 15-year-old. It was so fun. Oh my god, this whole YouTube shit is just, it's been like constantly digging myself out of shit. And I'm like, no, I'm not going after the 15-year-old Dari. Dari is 21. That is not the same Dari, all right? So, and this actually can make me laugh. Like, this shit, like all of the shit that the whole Identity 5 stuff has put me through has been so funny. And, you know, at the same time, I met a lot of friends. I've been able to do a lot of great things. I got to meet Grizzly, and I got to get him the Koa too. And now Grizzly has a great relationship with NetEase on that opportunity, and now that's going to help him continue to flourish. And Grizzly has helped me in so many ways, guys. You guys don't, just sometimes I need the motivation. I need to hear him. He's just such a great friend. All right. So around this time, I started moving around America. I just became an OT. I know I talked about it a lot. And I'm moving around. I can't play Identity 5 too much, so you lose your skill a little bit. But the one common theme, all right, is that when I went to Koa 2, all right, I got to meet the creator of the game. I got to shake his hand. I got to ask him some questions about Gamekeeper, okay? At the same time, I got to meet PPX. I got to meet GR. I got to meet some players from Team Korea. I got to see Docman 3-Gen Cypher Kite PPX, which was exciting. I got to meet the US team. There are players, there are people who might be even watching right now who are, I think there was a few of them, some from Japan, and they were like, dude, this is gonna sound weird, but I watched your videos. Like, I'm in Japan and I watched your, and so now, and then you got people like Plague and all these people from the US tournament who are going into the internationals and were like, dude, I used to watch your videos, and like that helped me kind of learn what to do, and it was such a great experience. And then so after that, you know, busy, etc., I go and see Dari, and next thing I know, we have fast forward, we have a summer tournament. Okay, so we have a summer tournament coming up, right? And they want me to well, there was no MC for that. And so I didn't want to compete in that either, okay? So backtrack real quick. I'm kind of skipping along. The other drama that I got is that there were people who, and it was definitely fake accounts or their friends, they were mad at me because I was too critical of the regional MCs for the US. And I was like, I have, you know, if you're going to say something about a survivor fucking up, that's one thing. But when you say somebody like K-Dead quit as an MC when he clearly lagged out, yeah, I'm gonna shit on you and say what you said was fucking stupid. You know, these are my friends. I'm not about to be passive towards you. Have respect. Anyways, so we get to the US tournament come summertime, which was a disaster. I mean, the summer tournament was a disaster. The gameplay was not that great. There was probably only 4 good teams out of that entire tournament, maybe 5. And, you know I sound like a dick saying that, but if I'm going to say that stuff about, at one point, Southeast Asian, or, you know, my honest observation saying, hey, this isn't that really that great, I'm going to extend that to our server as well. It was just a lackluster performance. And, you know, I'm not an MC, so I'm not going to say that, or rather, I'm not the MC, so I can say that behind my computer because, you know, I'm being, whatever, I'm probably not being respectful, whatever. When you try to be too respectful, people use that against you, and that's the biggest thing that I'm learning as well, is that people will find anything to shit on you. So whatever. It was just not a good tournament. It was not a good tournament. It was not ran well. It was not organized. People quit. It's just, it was all over the place, right? And that is not the player's responsibility. That is not that's not the player's responsibility. What that is, okay, is that's a lack of organization. Okay, there was a lack of organization, and so I do think that was NetEase's fault. Immediately after that, all right. So, why are there egg comments? What's happening? Why are there eggs? I don't know why there's so many egg comments. I want to post an egg comment. How do I do that? Wait, hold on. I want to post the egg comment. How do we post egg? Nah. How do you guys post the egg comment? How do you do that? Oh, because I'm excellent. You guys are so amazing. You guys are so funny. I don't know. I thought you guys were trying to say I'm dumb like an egg. And I was like, it's not far off. So anyways, right? So this is where it gets very important. I want you guys to really pay attention here. Okay? Because this is the truth right now. We did not have a regional tournament because of summer tournament. It had nothing to do with anything else. And I wasn't told this specifically. The devs trust a lot of people, and then those people run around with screenshots and stuff like that. So, and there are other people who speak to them. So this isn't me. This isn't like my conversation with devs will stay private. That shit will stay private for the most part, okay? But when you say it to other people, and then I'm seeing the screenshots of people who've been talking to them, okay? The tournament wasn't organized. It was so bad that they didn't even want a regional tournament. So they had no regional tournament, all right? What it comes down to now with Identity 5, well, that's the question. Are you still playing Identity 5, all right? What it comes down to, guys, as much as I love NetEase, I do, as people, I have a great relationship with them, and I genuinely mean that as well. There was no negative feelings ever communicated there. Even when I wasn't able to make the one of the tournaments, the regional tournaments after the summer tournament for others, or it wasn't regionals, I forgot what it was. It was in Thailand, the Thailand tournament. Okay. Oh wait, was that the summer tournament? I can't even remember. Either way, I couldn't make it. I got sick. NetEase, they weren't really rude about it. They were cool about it. So but from a business perspective, they are them and I am me. And it's always been that way. It's always been Persuadable says what he wants to say when he wants to say it. And I've had a great relationship with NetEase, and we've always respected each other. I feel like we've always been fair and balanced with each other. But the thing is, guys, is that they have never invested in any infrastructure. Okay? So now I'm at this situation where I cannot play this game. So when everyone keeps saying, Persuadable, why did you leave Identity 5? Persuadable, why aren't you covering Identity 5? I can't play the game. I went on today. I checked I have the iPhone 10. I got the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I have the most expensive internet that you can literally buy in this entire geographic location. I have top of the line internet. I can play my best ping is 212 right now. So what happens is that a lot of people, all right, I see somebody saying it's a casual flex. I know you're joking, but my point is that when you put good equipment in there, when you have good internet, when you have a good computer, all right, the best ping that I've had so far on this side of the country is like 150 or 160. So what happens is even when I use data, I try to use data. I'm still at 200 right now. 204 was my best with data. Wi-Fi was 212, which makes no sense. I literally can't play the game. It's not playable. I can play any other game. I can stream in 1080p. I can play all these games, guys. So then everybody, I giggle a lot. Everybody says, why did you quit Identity 5, or are you going to quit Identity 5? So I'm going to answer that question right now. The question is, are you going to quit Identity 5? That is the question right now. And I will tell you my answer right after this ad. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be such a fucking dick thing to do? Imagine if I did that. That would have been... Oh, that would have been so funny. So here's the thing. So here's what I will tell you. in terms of Identity 5 and my future with Identity 5, in regards to whether I'm going to keep playing, I am going to hold off until my next contract to see if I get relocated to another area and I have decent ping. I say decent, I have no problem still relatively covering it. But the problem is that I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know how far away that is, and I don't want to return to a game where I'm waiting 2 hours for one queue. I don't want to return to a game where I got to play as a hunter with 200 ping. And so I tried to avoid this video. This is why we have never made this video. But I'm getting this question asked every day in Twitch. I'm getting emails. I'm getting Instagram. I got Facebook messages about this. And it's because we have so many great supportive people. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to address it. So it's not that I necessarily quit Identity 5. What I will tell you is that there is a very high likelihood that I will not return to Identity 5. And there's a few reasons. One, as the game gets older, more people are just going to get fed up. They're going to be done with the queue times. And so eventually, say if it takes 3 months for me to get another contract because of the pandemic, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to be like, has the game like completely died in 3 months? What's the point of returning? And, you know, that's not, you know what I mean? What I'm going to tell y'all is I appreciate you guys supporting people like Blue Race Car. I think you should continue supporting him. I think you guys should continue supporting Exilio Gaming. I think you guys should continue supporting First Soldier Gaming, Gaming Grizzly. I think that you guys should continue supporting Cats. I still love Schmitty. Fuck your opinions. He's still my friend. I don't give a damn. I'm biased. I don't care. Everybody's got skeletons in their closet. We've all fucked up at various stages, etc. My point is this: even the people back in the day from Anori, still support them. It's a damn game. Move on and root for people's growth. Okay. For Christ's sake, even Alien, root for them, okay? Root for all of them. All of them. They're all content creators. They're YouTubers. They're busting their ass off. They're doing the best that they can do. That's how I want to leave Identity 5. I want to leave Identity 5 with all of the content creators that I have great relationships with, and even some of them that I don't have great relationships with. I appreciate what you have done for this game. I mean that. I am not just saying that on you. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you have done for this game, because a lot of you, in my opinion, have put more energy into this fucking game than what I feel like has been invested by the people who run it. We have no additional servers. We have only 2 servers, I think, in the United States, or whatever those are called, one on the East Coast, West Coast. I feel bad for Europe. I support you. I don't agree with all of you. I know you don't all agree with me. All right, but I support you. I support you as a content creator. I support your passion, and personalities don't always have to get along, but you can always appreciate somebody on the opposite aisle and say, I appreciate what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. And I hope that you guys continue showing these YouTubers love. They have invested a lot of time into YouTube. Especially somebody like Lan. I mean, she's so adorable. You have people like Moo. You got all these people who have YouTubes out there that I want you guys to really support them and continue helping them with their content creation, because at some point I do feel like eventually they're going to have to expand. And what I can tell you is that expansion is a bitch. It's hard. It's difficult. It's a very difficult thing. And I fear that a lot of people who have invested thousands of hours of their time, when they do decide to expand, it's going to be difficult for them, especially for a smaller YouTuber. And I can tell you that a lot of them want to expand, but they feel kind of imprisoned by the whole YouTube thing. Oh, well, people watch me, and if I go somewhere else, people aren't gonna watch me. And I'm like, well, fuck them. Do you? You can't beg people. I have people who come back on Twitch who are like, hey, dude, I haven't seen you in 6 months. How you doing? I'm like, what's going on? You know, it's okay. It's not that they don't support you. It's just that, you know, they got their hobbies and interests too, and everybody should be able to do that. So in terms of Identity 5, what I will tell you is that it's very unlikely that I will return, but I'm not going to do that full retirement yet. I'm gonna wait for a contract. The next contract, if I have a decent connection, I have no problem returning and doing some funny videos and entertainment videos. I think that, you know, that's what a lot of people watch me for when it comes to Identity 5. But guys, I don't want you to think that I'm willingly like quitting here. This game I can't play. And I hope you, some of you, even if you're not my biggest fan, or I'm not your cup of tea, all I'm going to tell you is this: when somebody invests over 2-3 hours of their time into a video game, and then they literally can't play it, even though they love it, even though they've built up a very big community, it's a devastating thing. It sucks. It's not a fun thing. It's not a fun thing. And I even told Comrade Dan, I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to make a video on any of this shit. I told him that for like 2-3 weeks straight, but I keep getting a lot of messages, and I feel like if I hide away from this subject, I'm not being genuine to you all. So the thing is that I want you all to know that, you know, keep supporting those smaller YouTubers, the bigger YouTubers, if you like their personality. Continue doing what you feel is happy, but unfortunately right now I cannot cover Identity 5. I cannot play the game. It is unplayable. It's literally, I can't play it. I have done everything. I have invested this is a true story. I have invested over $1,000 into trying to find a way to play Identity 5, okay? And I can't play it. It's just not playable. That's not on me. That's on a multi-billion-million-dollar company, whatever it is. That's not on my shoulders. So I don't want you guys to think that I have given up on you. That is my final answer, is that I will give it, if my next contract, I might give it one more shot, but if the game keeps dying, I'm going to leave it alone. And you guys should be prepared for that, just like I should be. Do you guys have any questions for me? Make sure you at me, because then it highlights red and I can see it. And I'm just going to try to answer some of these rapid fire. And I want to say I thank you guys for supporting me. You have no idea how fucking hard it is to expand to another video game. You have no idea. I could have received so much hate. Stick to Identity 5. Dead by Daylight mobile community is so nice to me. When I go to Dead by Daylight mobile, people are like, oh, I used to watch you in Identity 5. We're so happy. They could easily shit on me, and they don't. Are you going to play DBD PC? No, I'm going to be a mobile platform streamer. I would like to one day become one of the biggest mobile streamers out there. And I think we'll do it. There's not enough mobile streamers out there. Everyone wants to shit on us. Kanji, how have you been? I've missed you so much. Hi, Kanji. Hey, I'm on Twitch every day. You guys can check me on Twitch. Check Persuadable. I'm there every day. I got a funny moments video coming out tomorrow for DVD. Oh my god, it's filled with so much good stuff. Even if you don't watch DVD mobile or play it, watch tomorrow's video. It's got some funny shit in there. What is 9 times 8? Oh, Jesus. 72, I think? I don't even remember. All right. What's your favorite killer? My favorite killer is I don't know. Add me please in DBD. Gamer tag is Kobe Beef. I will. Shit. Oh my god, there's so many comments. I love you. Do you think IDV is gonna grow or die? Honestly, I hope it doesn't die. That'd be fucking super rude to all the people that enjoy the game, right? But you know my situation. Which game will you play next? I'm playing a lot of Dead by Daylight mobile. I want people to know who Persuadable is when you see me in your lobby, and that we're gonna smack some cheeks. How do you know when they'll fix it? They're never going to fix Identity 5. It will never be fixed. They would have already invested in it in a while ago. Well, good luck with the queue times and the ping. I don't want it to fail. I don't. That'd be rude. But objectively speaking, there's a lot of people who aren't going to play it when they got 200 ping. Do you think it's fair for hunters in Identity 5? I don't even care about that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not dismissing you, but that's a whole balance thing that nobody wants to... we don't need to talk. It's so subjective, you know? I just came in and I don't know what's going on. You don't have to answer. You can go back though. How is Identity 5 dying? I don't know if it's died. I'm not making that. I'm just saying queue times are ridiculous. When are we going to see some little Persuadable children running around? Hopefully not for a long time. I don't even know if I want kids, to be honest with you. You got big or small? Jesus Christ, I just read that. Let's see. What do you think about the Huntress? She needs to be buffed on mobile. That indicator is ridiculous for her. You better hope no one is recording. Love you, man. I watched your Huntress video and I'm pretty sure I was that Huntress. Plotex. I I don't know. I don't think I still have the video to check. Identity 5, yeah, the ping, I just can't play the server, unfortunately. No disrespect to NetEase. Will you ever do guides consistent of tier list best perks with survivors, killers for Dead by Daylight? I think there's a lot of people who already have that, but I'll come out with my versions eventually for sure. But right now, I'm just having fun. At what time are you going to stream tomorrow? I don't know. I might go on Twitch after this, to be honest with you. We all know Identity 5 balancing is a joke you don't have to answer. We all bitch about balance in every game, and we always think that there's a way to fix it, you know? Do you know why the devs aren't fixing the game? And if you do, why? No, the devs are fixing the balance and the glitches and the bugs, but they're not investing in any infrastructure. I mean, Europe has its own market, and then they say, well, Europe and NA doesn't have a big enough market. Well, it doesn't have a big enough market because you never invested to begin with, so the market never expanded because people quit the game because they couldn't play because of the ping. Dead Hard versus Sprint Burst on mobile. I still like Dead Hard. Other games other than DBD. I will cover other games eventually. I'll be doing gaming reviews. I'm getting the hang of everything. We'll get there. We will get there. Best beginner killer on DBD mobile. I don't really think you should approach it by that. I think that you should approach it by which killer is going to give me a really good perk, and that killer I should level up first, and that's Clown. Clown and Plague. Get that corrupted intervention, get that pop goes the weasel. I made a video on that. Is there a way to turn off auto sprint and DBD? No, but I wish that there was. And I hope that customized HUDs become a thing. Do you think they focus more on cosmetics nowadays? So they're going to focus more on cosmetics because they're not focusing on the infrastructure. Our market's too small, man. They let it die. What's your Twitch name? Persuadable, right? You guys can catch me on Twitch. We actually get about 20 to 30 different followers a day, I think, right now on Twitch. Twitch is very hard. You know, Twitch is very hard. If I could choose between 100 active, so like right now we have 142 viewers. So if I was on Twitch and you were to do that algorithm, you'd probably only have like 30 viewers, right? So right now on Twitch, I think I average between like 60 and 70, give or take, and to become a full partner requires 75. Twitch is very hard to get your viewership up. That's why there's people with over 100,000 subs who have active viewerships of 120. But if you go on YouTube, you know, you can have 200-300 people, but Twitch is still usually better for that, to be honest with you. As of now, I don't know what the future will be because YouTube's stepping their game up. How are you able to read all these comments? On my computer. Do you think that DBD Mobile will give Identity 5 competition? I don't know because it requires so much to run the game that a lot of people can't run it. Where are the Identity 5 servers? Last that I knew, I thought that there was an Identity 5 server in New York and then I think California, and that's it. But I could be wrong. If IDV grows, what changes do you expect other than better ping? There's not going to be investment. There's not going to be investment in our server. It's not going to happen. I can't disclose the details, but I'm telling you, it's not. From what I understand, it's not ever going to happen. I'm doing very good. Thank you for asking. If you can't play Identity 5, could you review other gameplay of Identity 5? I could consider that. Please go on Twitch. Yeah, I'll go on Twitch later. Twitch is super fun because you have these currencies where as you watch me, I think you gain 10, I call them troll bombs. You gain like 10 troll bombs every 5 minutes. And then we have a marketplace. And then in that marketplace, you can buy things with your troll bomb. Like you can ask me anything, or you can pick my survivor. We're going to have some more crazy things in the future. You can play with me. So it's like, it's super innovating over there. It's just, I really enjoy it. If you read this persuadable, you'll have good luck. There we go. I have good luck. When's the merc coming out? Would love a oh yeah. So my merchandise, first of all, I am not even going to consider merchandise until I hit 50,000 subscribers. And the other thing with merchandising is that we talked about this, where I am not about to just go to one of these companies that, you know, they say, you know, you pick a shirt, you put your logo on it, and then, you know, it costs you $14, and then you charge your customers, or you charge the people who support you $25 for a shirt, only for you to get $10 of it. I don't agree with that. So when I sell merchandise like a t-shirt or a sweater, I'm going to be the one speaking to the corporations. I'm the one that's going to be buying like, 500 of them or 1,000. So I'll have to, put in like a $3,000 or $4,000 investment. Those shirts are going to be in my home. When you buy them from me, I'm the one that's holding your shirt. I'm the one that's folding your shirt. I'm the one that's packaging your shirt. I'm the one that's writing your address down. I'm the one that's going to the post office to send it. Like, it's this like, you guys are going to hate this word, but it's like an intimate thing. It's like you're spending money, and you're gonna buy a merchandise for $25, and I'm only gonna get $10 of it because I'm too lazy to go. Now, smaller YouTubers can't do that, so that's not fair for them. But I see like a lot of these big YouTubers who they use these companies, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I disagree with it. I want to be part of that product. I want to make the product. I want to hold my product. I want to be able to do giveaways with my product. I want my product right here. I want to feel excited when I'm wrapping this shit up and I'm sending it to you. And like, I know it's going to be time consuming and all that stuff, but like, at least you know that like when you're buying something from me, it is genuine. I'm making it. I'm part of that process. And it's not just some scripted t-shirt company that's gonna, guys, if you buy in bulk, I think you can buy t-shirts for like $3 to $5 a piece if you fully printed. But you got to buy like 500 or 1,000, and usually they come from a different country. You got to get it shipped over and all that stuff. It's how it works. But when you go through some of those other companies, like the ones online, like I don't want to name any because I don't want them coming after me, but they'll say, okay, here's a t-shirt and we can print your logo. Just tell us your logo. You don't make the product. You're not working with that product or anything. And all what happens is you go on their website, you buy that t-shirt, and I have nothing to do with it. And then what happens is that you charge $25, $30 for it, but yet it's like $14 from these guys when I could have bought that t-shirt if I just invest. So the merchandise isn't happening for a while because I'm going to do it the right way. I want it to be personal. That's just my opinion. Other people don't need to agree with it. That's fine. So I'm not about to do that shit where you spend $25 on a t-shirt that I haven't made, that I didn't look at, that I didn't send you myself. It's just another a form of payment, and I'll be like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You just bought something. You gave another company half your money. You gave another company 50% of your money. So you think you're supporting me? Just drop it in my PayPal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, that's just my personal thing. I get fired up about that. I'll be streaming on Twitch. Don't worry. There's so many questions. I can't keep up with this. Jesus. I don't even know. Where we were. Hold on. We're catching up real quick. I'll be streaming on Twitch. Huntress Main here. Yes, they need to get rid of the stupid indicator. They do. It's stupid. Will you ever review Identity 5 gameplay? I'll consider it. I will. Can you tell us a joke? Yeah. Me playing Identity 5 with 200 ping. Dead Hard versus Sprint Burst on mobile. I still like Dead Hard, but Sprint Burst has a lot of positive benefits. I love your videos. Keep it up, dude. Man, thank you. That's so fucking nice of you. I mean that. Okay, so I'm reading some of the same... Excuse me. Okay. If you can't play Identity 5, could you review others' game? We'll look into that. All right, I'm reading some of this shit. When I first found you, I was a beginner in Identity 5. You helped me a lot. And I never thought I would get so invested in your content, but I am. Stay safe and take care of yourself. Yo, I love that. Thank you so much. How are you so good at video games? You should have saw me play in Children's Sky of the Light with the Eye of Eden. I blamed Dariel when it was my fault when we died. Let's see, but iAlien got them iAlien arms. Like, bro, be playing Identity 5 with chopsticks. I don't know anything about iAlien, so I don't understand that. Will you bring back review and gameplay? We asked that. I don't know yet. Will you ever play with friends on voice comms in Survivor with friends in DBD? Yeah, I do all the time. Do I have a day job? Yes, I'm an occupational therapist. I'd like to become a full-time YouTuber one day. I enjoy it. especially when I moved to Mauritius with Dari. How about Persuadable makes jump scare sounds to be redeemable? Persuadable, how can you get good players in rank match? Because my teammates always focus on rescuing and not decoding. So if you're worried about that, then that means you just need to decode more. That's what it comes down to. I'm at the point now in Dead by Daylight where I'm looking for good footage. I'm looking to have a good time. So when I go in the random lobbies, I mean, that's all I do on Twitch lately. We get our asses kicked. It's not a big deal. The big thing is that at the end of the match, when I'm the last one alive, I do this thing where I don't care about the hatch, and instead I just see how long I can kite the killer to annoy them. I want to start a channel, but Identity 5 is rough. Any suggestions? I am a good player. I think that the market is rough for it because people are leaving it. Persuadable, will you be checking out Horror Show app game? Turns out I like it after all. I will definitely give that a shot for sure. We can see how that goes. You know, I'm gonna write that down right now. I think somebody was asking me about that earlier. We will take a look at that right now. Well, later. All right. What's it called? Oh, Horror Show or Horror Field? Called Horror Show. We'll take a look at that. All right. If you do end up making merc, would it be just like your logo? I have no idea. I'm gonna. So my decisions are not just mine. When I talk about things that I want to do, I talk to Blizzard, Nova, and I talk to Comrade Dan. Those are, and I talk to Dariel, and I talk to my staff, because I don't always agree with what they have to say, but they'll tell me straight up. And then I do my best to listen to them, and then there's other times where I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this, I don't care. So, hold on. Okay. Persuadable, how old are you? 29. So when I come out with Merc, I'll figure it out. Where are you from? America. Getting a shirt for Persuadable will be godlike. Yeah, I want to make it personal. I either want myself or Dariel doing it. Let's see. Persuadable, what horror icon would you want in Dead by Daylight? Could be a Hollywood horror icon or even a low budget horror icon. I don't know. I really don't know. I'll be honest with you. Not a question, but mad respect for being yourself. Yeah, being myself gets me in a shitload of trouble. Is IDV dead? Nah, I don't know. I don't think Identity 5 dead. What I can objectively tell you about Identity 5 is that in the last... Okay, hold on. I'll tell you. I'll tell you numbers right now. Hold up. So just as an example, let me see. So I can only speak about Android. Now the problem is that when we look at how many people logged into an app, it also includes people from Southeast Asia and all the other servers as well. It's not just US. But 24 weeks ago, there were 90.8K logins. There's been a reduction of about 17,000, give or take. So in the last, from 24 weeks ago until now, there's a reduction of 17,000 logins. So is that game dipping? Yeah, but it doesn't include iOS, and it doesn't include the US. It does not include only the US, to my knowledge. So yeah, will you ever play Survivor Friends in VC and post it? Yeah, we could do it. Do you have a day job? I answered that. We answered some of these. Let me move down. Which hunter do you hate the most? Is that a question about Identity 5? I still have scars about Ripper. Do you think honestly that Identity 5 is dead? We answered that. Will you vlog? No, probably not. I don't think people are interested in me on that. I do have an Instagram though that I'm trying to use more. Even though you're not playing Identity 5, will you do Identity 5 series that don't involve you playing, like reviewing gameplay, top hunter review? Yeah, maybe. I think more players of Identity 5 are on Asia and more DBD players on NAEU. What do you think? Yeah, definitely, for sure. That's how it works. You're gonna make me act up. Who do you like the most on DBD? There's no way to answer that question. I like playing Myers a lot. What do you do if Arrow refuses to decode and is focusing on his flashlight save? Shake up my head, man, star in my games. I love Arrow. Where did your name come from? Oh, that's a whole different discussion. Oh, I don't know, Dan. Dan's gonna have to educate me on this stuff. Hey, Asian sensation. That's a very nice compliment, man. Thank you. Trust me, I'm I'm not always intelligent. I have a team that helps me with shit. Let's see. Free shirts with the purchase of your OnlyFans. That's funny. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna end this stream now. It served its purpose. I just wanted to explain that this is not my decision. If anyone asks what's going on with Persuadable, is he still playing the game, etc., please send them to the video. It's one of those things where I just keep answering this over and over and over again, okay? And I understand why I think that it makes sense that people are asking, but at the end of the day, I can't play the game. I got 200 pinged. I didn't quit. I didn't necessarily quit. I feel like we got quit on. We got shit on. And it's yeah, people who are coming to my Twitch right now, all of you who are subscribing right now, Onion Now and Donnie Days, thank you for coming to my Twitch. That's nice of you. I'm not on Twitch right now, I'm only on YouTube, but I do live feed on Twitch. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for all the nice compliments, the nice comments. I'll try to figure something out. I think I'm going to talk to Comrade Dan further about maybe there's a way of still covering Identity 5. Comrade Dan has a lot of good information. I do the best that I can to listen. And so, but right now I can't play the game. I can't come out with content. And I don't want to have to keep talking about this over and over and over again. It does come quite overbearing. And I might release a separate video tomorrow talking about all this stuff again. I told Dan, I was like, I'm not going to do this, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do this. But it's like, comment. And I'm like, all right, I think that it's not about me. I think it's about the audience who wants to know the answer. And so the answer is that I can't play Identity 5 and I'm not going to come out with any additional content anytime soon because I have 200 ping. Maybe there's a way that we can still cover it. Maybe there's a way that we just need to move on completely from the game. Because if I cling on to it, then it can actually reduce my growth in other areas, right? I could be reviewing Children's Sky of the Light instead of worrying about doing some sort of Identity 5 shit. So we'll figure it out, okay? On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching me. All the people who are following me right now on Twitch, you guys are like bombarding my Twitch right now. I appreciate that. And I'll be on live feed on Twitch either tonight or tomorrow. I already did 3 hours or 4 hours today. And I got a funny moments video coming out tomorrow. I worked very hard on it. And I hope that it's not like all of the other funny videos with like fucking obnoxious sounds and zoom in and zoom out. I don't get the skills for that. They do a great job. I just suck. So a lot of it is gameplay. A lot of it is my Twitch moments. You'll see me lose my shit. And if you check my Instagram, I bit my tongue today. I yelled so bad, I bit my tongue. And it's on my Instagram. I'll put that in my video tomorrow. I'm so obnoxious. Anyways, guys, thank you for supporting me. I got to talk to my staff and figure out some things. And you guys are great people. Okay, have a good night now. Bye-bye.